Healthy aging doesn't start in your 60s, it doesn't start in your 50s, and it doesn't start when you first see symptoms of a problem. Healthy aging begins much earlier. Now, we could say as early as 15 and 20, but chances are the things that you do then are going to be quite well compensated for by how healthy and robust your physiology, your immune system is. When it really matters is when you turn 30. Right around that time, it's different for everyone. Some people are off by about 10 years. They may not see the first signs of aging until the age of 40. But pretty much whenever your body starts making that change, when your muscle mass changes, your attention, your focus, your stamina, when those things start changing, that's when you know you've begun the process of aging. Now, some people say it starts way sooner, but let's just use that as an example. So when healthy aging begins, what are we to do? Well, first of all, enjoy the ride. There are many things that happen that are also really good. We tend to lose that crazy energy that we have. We tend to have this calmer energy. We get to enjoy relationships. They're often deeper and more meaningful. Some of the hormone drives disappear. So there's a lot of beautiful things about aging, especially when you can age healthy. But often the mistake that I see many Americans make, many of my family members, many friends, is that they wait until a problem arises. Think of it like your car and think of it like your investments, your retirement accounts. You can't wait until something goes wrong and hope that you can recover and fix it. You can't wait until you're broke to start saving money. You really need to start saving a little bit early because it compounds and it generates a wonderful retirement account for you in the future, creating not only stability for yourself, but it's the kind of stability that you can pass on to others. You can be at the center of your community. And your car, your vehicle, is the same way. I can't wait until the transmission starts making noise or the lifters make a rattle. I need to start changing my oil regularly. I need to do maintenance. I need to do the kind of maintenance, not only that the manufacturer suggests, but also my astute mechanic says, hey, look, I've replaced way too many of these transmissions. And I can tell you that even though the manufacturer says you don't need to change the transmission oil, you 100% should change the transmission oil. And so we should do that. And that's what a great guide can help you achieve. They can help you look around the corner. They can help you anticipate things that you didn't even see coming. So healthy aging begins in your 30s because that's when we have to start certain habits. That's when we need to be more intentional with what we put into our body, the nutrition. We have to be a little bit more intentional with how much movement we get, with the mobility of our joints, with amount of muscle mass that we have, the bone mass that we have. We have to pay attention to our endocrine system. How much do our blood sugars spike with meals? How fatigued do we get after certain foods? How well do we sleep? Do we actually recover, recuperate? Or are we doing so much in the day, taking so much stress into bed that our sleep is not restful? And finally, I think we need to pay attention to the way we screen for diseases, the way we use our doctors for, hey, I'm going to go to my doctor and get my annual blood test. Well, if you go to your doctor and get an annual blood test, what are those tests doing for you? Well, they're going to look and see if you have any abnormal kidney function. If you have abnormal kidney function, it means that your kidney is diseased. So it is perfectly fine to look for it, to screen for a disease, to treat the disease. But are you the kind of person who wants to look for disease and treat the disease? So dialysis, medications, whatever. Or are you somebody who wants to say, hey, what diseases am I potentially at risk for? Kidney disease, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cancer, dementia. And how can I prevent those? What are the things that I need to do now based on my habits and lifestyle in order to prevent those? Now, the good news is we have lots of data on that. We know that certain individuals with certain habits tend to consistently not develop certain conditions. Now, of course, there's always exceptions. The goal is to get as close to it as possible, never perfection. Maybe one thing that I can suggest to anybody who's watching this video is rethink the way you interact with your primary care doctor. Not only should you search for a primary care doctor who is helping you prevent diseases, and of course that means you have to use them as a guide. They have to be able to hold you accountable. You have to be able to hold them accountable. But you should use their expertise to help you prevent a disease instead of screening for it. That means lifestyle changes, sleep changes, exercise changes, nutrition changes, all of that have to be slightly adjusted. Usually not a lot, just a little bit of an adjustment to lower any existing risk.